In the halls of the Zion's Ministry of the Healing Arts, a young apothecary wards of favor patients.
Doctor, we have 2 patients. Both with extraordinary fevers. The Rosellen is unresponsive.
Well, I can't tend to both unless you can give me 2 more pairs of arms.
Let me help. I've just completed my training and I'll do whatever it takes to save them.
Are there no real doctors left? Fine. Come. We're losing precious time.
Leave the Rosellen. We must prioritize the believer.
Your Holiness, as you wish.
But the Rosellen will die unless we do something.
Do they not teach the order of things in school these days?
So what if they do? What does the order of things have to do with saving lives?
Not all lives are weighted the same. You would do well to remember that.
Quickly, Medina, these people are dying as we bicker.
I couldn't save him. Orders or not, I was the one following them. It's all my fault.
Where are you going? Medina!
I'm leaving. Medea's clearly going to join us at some point. Or at least she's a potential character we can recruit later on.
I beg your pardon, Lord Serenoa, but a doctor from the Ministry requests an audience.
My name is Medina. I've heard much about your house and simply had to see it for myself.
What insolence is this?
Stand down. Pray tell, what brings you before me?
It is said House Wolfert possesses a relic known as the Scales of Conviction. Is this true?
It is. We turn to the scales for guidance in times of trouble.
Then, I wonder if they might guide me forward as well. I had a crisis of confidence. A man was counting on me to save his life, and I let him die. I cannot let this happen again. I wish to save all the lives I can, regardless of country or creed. Pray grant me the chance to consult the scales, that I might walk the righteous path.
The scales are merely a tool to an end. They are not a magical window into the future. When decisions must be made, all in this house have a say. We choose as best we're able and strive to ensure we chose wisely.
You mean you strive not to regret your decision?
That is all one can do. Forgive me if this is not the answer you sought.
Then, would House Wolfert accept my aid if I offered it, my lord?
If you would serve as a doctor, that would be a boon. For we fear the war shall not end soon.
I would be honored, my lord. I would see what I could do to rewrite the order of things.
Then let us walk the path together.
I am at your service, my lord.
Huh. So that's how you kind of recruit new characters. Interesting. I'm sure it's not the only way. Inspired by your deeply held convictions, Medina's journey cause. Her skills serve you well in battle, but as she can increase the potency of items as well as use multiple items in a single turn. Oh, interesting. Look what she uses a dagger for a weapon. Huh. So now we have the scales of conviction, which are going to be, obviously the main story element of this game. The main mechanic of this game is the sort of scales of conviction.
I will give the signal when it is time to cast your vote. I ask each of you to weigh the matter carefully till then.
Very well, my lord. To our own councils we go.
Well, this is our full party participating. The hearts are divided, but a compelling argument may yet change some minds. To sway them, I will need more information. Perhaps I should ask around town. Interesting. The path also will be determined by the consensus of your party as played up through voting scenes. Each eyes will cast their vote according to his or her own conviction. As a player, you may cast a single vote, but you will be bound to the decision of the majority. Furthermore, before voting commences, you may speak to others to persuade them to change their mind. Whether or not your attempts at persuasion succeed, however, will be not known until the votes are cast. The key to successful persuasion is gathering the necessary information beforehand. Hand it down and see what knowledge you may glean from the people. Oh, wow. So only two characters are behind keeping Roland. A terror like none other came over me. I saw the state in which you returned, my lord. The Salt Iron War had just broke out in earnest when Asphrot's foundries began producing arms and armor forged of iron, likes which we've never seen. 'Twas a great boon to an already impressive army. Ere long, they brought destruction to every corner of the realm. As I heard it, the Asphroti army remains the most mighty on the continent. I pray that we are not about to relive that bloody age. Long have I heard rumors of secret traps that dot the Wolford domain. If the tales are to be believed, they serve to make quick work of any intruders, though I can't help but wonder, why keep such valuable weapons so secret? Secret traps. It is hard to say what this might mean for us. They might well be employed to give us an advantage in battle, but at what cost of our own? And this on the eve of the new age of harmony, what could the Archduke be thinking? I started to think that there's a bounty on Prince Roland's head. The boy's always been a friend of the people. It says he's been delivered alive. I wonder they have no plans of executing him, at least not anytime soon. I should let the others know of this. Is it true? Has Asphrot attacked the Crown City? How could the High Houses have let this happen? Has the Crown City truly fallen? What madness is this? Mother's not here herself today. Has something scary happened? Come on, how can I talk to you? There's commotion in the capital, to be sure, but it'll all be over soon. The Dawn Spirit will see to that. Aye, the sun won't set on Glenbrook till Sir Maxwell falls. Ha! As if that would ever happen. Sir Maxwell laid down his life so that we might see another day. We must do all in our power to see that his own sacrifice is not in vain. I didn't mind to make my way to the capital, but the highest road's blocked. The high road's blocked. What's the meaning of this? Anyway, I've got mouse to get home. What am I missing? Okay, I've already been here. There's nothing in there. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I can do in here, out here. So, the question is, like,
Lord Saranoa.
War with Azeroth would mean House Wolfort's destruction. This much is clear. You lead House Wolfort in your lord's father's stead. Your duty is to your land and its people. Suppose we decline, the Duchy's army will stop at nothing to take Prince Roland from us.
Lord Saranoa.
I motion to govern us in the moment will not only cloud our judgment.
Aye, lad.
I'm a fool, my lord. We stand as good a chance against Azeroth's army as an egg against the castle walls. But we can't go offering up Prince Roland's head on a silver platter. That's all it's left of our royal family. There must be a way to avoid weighing my life against those of others. I trust we can find it.
Saranoa.
Decide what you will. I shall follow whatever judgment you pass.
What do you need?
We stand no chance against an army that large. Releasing the prince to Azeroth is the logical decision. With all due respect to His Highness, the kingdom must come before his personal freedom. A peace built by forsaking our friends and countrymen in their time of greatest need is no peace at all. I know why I must ask is not easy, but I pray we find a bloodless path out of this conflict. Our kingdom needs Prince Roland, now more than ever. He is to be protected above all others. Like, I was pretty convinced that we should stick with trying to persuade everyone to keep Prince Roland here, but I'm like, you know, maybe it is better to give him up because they do make a good point, and even Roland wants to give himself up too. We can try both options though. Like, I don't honestly want to do it right now, but we can at least try. I'll try this one for now. Do you truly mean to give up on Prince Roland? I'm not seeing Sir Maxwell's sacrifice remain meaningless. There's not just we who will pay the price. If doing so will save lives, I fear it's the wise course of action.
Is that so?
And even if this loss was too much, I can't bear to see yet another sacrifice bring suffering and grief. This time I fear not even your words can sway me.
Yet.
My apologies, but this has only left me more uncertain of what is right. Yeah, I thought so. Surrender Glenbrook's future king to our hated foe. Sure, you not go along with this. We can't force people to lay down their lives for us.
Quite true.
The death of innocence is the last thing His Highness would stand for. This is true. Especially if they were to give their lives in his name.
Then
I ask you again, my lord. Do you truly mean to surrender Prince Roland to our oppressors?
good point.
We had no other choice. You asked us to swallow your pride and surrender the prince in hopes of forestalling our own demise. I suppose this is the sort of cold decision that is demanded of the lord of a high house. There are no good options. Alas, I must make my peace with one of them. Is this what you call justice now? Willingly giving up your prince, your closest friend, to that bastard's clutches? We must limit casualties however we can. I'm not much inclined to weigh lives in terms of numbers. Granted, I understand why you would.
Consider this.
Give up Roland, though, and Glenbrook will be all but a memory. And what do you think will become of House Wolford, then? It ain't just about His Highness, either. In the Salt Iron War, King Ragnar fought to give us this land, to give House Wolford a home to call its own. How do you mean to repay that debt? I missed something. Is there repay to dead King Tree repay at all? We owe to King Ragnar to protect the people. You take that bitter pill for the people. You're a rare breed, I'll say that. I like the idea, but ideas and a chipped coin will get you a flagon of watered down ale. So you would think nothing of it were the duchy to ravage our domain as punishment for our defiance. Don't you go twisting my words, you little whelp. Do you believe we can defeat a Vorner army?
Hadn't considered.
That's where your head is. Ha! Never expected you to say such a thing. Of course we can. We'll give them the hell and make them rue the day they picked a fight with us. If we cede the duchy this once, we can buy the time we need to turn the tide.
It's no easy
I'd like to
thing.
believe that, lad. I truly would. But I'm seeing only shadows and blood at the end of this tunnel. So basically, if you try persuading them, then you'll be persuading them towards. Let's see. If all three of them end up going towards staving off a Frosty army, and I vote the same, then we'd be tied. But I'm going to do a vote to hand over Roland. So. Yeah. This will be interesting. How does this work?
Time to cast our votes.
I hereby open this matter to a vote. The question before us: do we surrender Prince Roland in accordance with Frosty's demands, or do you fight for his freedom? On this matter, I say.
Approach the scales of conviction.
I bid you approach the scales of convention.
I am so sorry.
I can't bring myself to see this your way. Forgive me. Yeah, I didn't do it very well. She's the one who needs convincing.
Please forgive me.
Your Highness, forgive me. Yep. So she did turn around.
You won me over.
I cast my lot with the young master. He has given me no reason to go down him now.
The scales of
The skills of vision shall
will
now reveal
illuminate
us the path we have
chosen.
chosen. Okay. Yep. So she's the only one who, and I did that badly too because I picked an option I should not have picked.
The way forward
The
is
scale is spoken.
decided.
Our path is decided. We shall surrender Prince Roland to the Duchy of Osfrost. I wonder what this is going to change, though. Because I'm sure there's still going to be a battle for sure.
So be it.
The decision is made. This is the path we walk.
Was there truly no other way?
Roland.
Say no more. Thank you for sheltering me, my friend. The choice you have made is wise and just. Go forward with your heads high.
I suspect they're gonna yeah, everyone left the party. I think they probably are gonna execute him. But now what happens?
House Wolfort surrenders their charge, Prince Roland, at Gustadolf's behest. sparing themselves from the Duchy's wrath.
That's gonna make the Southern House hate us now.
House Tellior surrenders their land, also buying their reprieve. Lord Silvio bends the knee, declaring absolute devotion to their Frosty masters.
That was probably happening no matter what.
House Fawkes surrenders nothing. The last of the high houses to remain loyal to their fallen king. News of their countrymen's capitulations shocks Lord Landroy, leaving him with a grave choice to make.
Shamans with power to harness the elements of water's Glenbrook's countryside. They try to bring a succor to those suffering from drought and famine.
The sun's a harsh mistress, ain't she? If she sticks around much longer, my fields are apt to wither from the attention. I'd give my firstborn for a drop of rain.
Aye, and it ain't just the crops what are worse for wear. I'd cry over her a lot, but naught but dust would pour from my eyes.
How pitiless, the caprices of nature. What grudge do the heavens bear to make the poor souls who tend the land suffer so? I would be remiss to let such suffering continue. If fate will show you no mercy, then I shall. You begged for even a single drop of rain. I shall give you more. Behold as I flood this desiccated land with nourishment.
Huh? What's that the lady said? I believe she means to pull rain from a cloudless sky.
Ha! I'd have more luck getting milk from a bull.
You must tell me if you do. We're in sore need of a miracle.
A pleasure as always to see you, Lord. You've come just in time. This lass is about to put on a show.
I am called Dazana. Allow me to banish the sun's cruel rays from your domain.
Banish the sun? I wasn't aware it was in the habit of taking orders.
Interesting.
Will slap my ass like I was just born. Rain! Honest to goodness, rain!
How did... I've never witnessed a miracle like this.
Izana, was it? On behalf of my people, allow me to express to you my deepest gratitude.
There is no need for such formalities. I seek only to alleviate the suffering of the downtrodden in any way I can. If it is not too bold of me to ask, do you have need of a humble shaman within your ranks? It would be an honor to serve you, my lord. Tales of House Wolfort's magnanimity have reached even my remote village.
We would welcome you with open arms, and doubtless we will have occasion to call upon your talents sooner rather than later.
Prepares also the weather itself as well as someone letting the travel through the water. Interesting.